Hello all, let us talk about voltage supervisors. So voltage supervisors are basically used in embedded hardware boards to monitor the input voltage. So let us assume we have boards where the voltage is little fluctuating. So in that case, there are many chances that your board might not operate properly. Uh, anyway, there is a mechanism to, in example, if you are using a microcontroller kind of board, there is a mechanism to read this voltage over ADC and then monitor your supply. But again, that adds up to your firmware overhead, and then you are only reading once your microcontroller is operating. But if you want to monitor this voltage at the beginning itself, let us assume before the supply reaches the microcontroller, or between the microcontroller and the input voltage. So in that case, the voltage supervisors do help a lot. And how these work is, basically for these voltage supervisors there is a voltage threshold that is set. When the input voltage reaches this voltage supervisor, then the reset of this power supervisor shall be released. Until that, the reset shall be held, and this reset will be provided to the further ICs on the board, which disables their functionality. And this particular supervisors play a critical role in many applications, especially in medical applications or in any circuits. If you see that there is a glitch that is seen and your circuit should not operate, it is important that you take care of in this circuit by utilizing this circuit. Now, let us initially we talked about this microcontroller, right? So if you have a microcontroller, you can read over ADC, but that doesn't help all the scenarios. As we mentioned, already the microcontroller is powered with that lesser voltage. So if you want to eliminate that dependency on reading on ADC and further processing it, you can supervise the input voltage using this voltage supervisor. Anyway, in your circuit, if you want to display your voltage or you want to read them, that anyway you have to do over ADC. This IC is only to monitor the input voltage. It doesn't display or anything. And then the display, we meant it doesn't communicate the analog voltage. It doesn't read the analog voltage and provide input to the ADC output to other voltages. And these voltage supervisors are available at various operating voltages. Like we mean the threshold voltages like 3.3, 1.8, 2.5, 1.2. So these kind of voltages. So when we talk about these voltages, definitely 3.3 volt is commonly used microcontroller rail. 1.8, 1.2, 1 volt, and 2.5, these are some of the voltages which are used in processor boards and DDR boards, right? So again, we can talk of 1.35, 1.5 kind of as well if you go to DDR. So those are the kind of voltage thresholds that this board can be used. So when we are talking about different thresholds, a small chip to read this also helps, and also standalone supervisors with different voltage ranges can also be used. And if you are deriving a specific voltage from a given voltage, example, if you are deriving 1.8 from 3.3, no need to have a supervisor on 1.8, right? If you can have on 3.3, you know that it is working, unless your board demands additional monitoring requirements, like even the derived voltage should be monitored. In such case, you should have the supervisor on the trail itself. And some of the supervisor ICs have watchdog timer inputs as well, where the microcontroller output shall be providing input to the supervisor IC at specific intervals, and if the watchdog timer stops, the reset shall be enabled from the supervisor. So a very good circuit and very useful circuit that can be used for critical applications. Now let us take one IC for example. So we are considering TCM810, which is a microcontroller reset monitor, and this can be used to monitor supply voltages like 2.53, 3.35 volts, and there is also a you can see here reset, minimum reset timeout period. So this is the minimum timeout for which the reset shall be held. And along with that, another important feature is that you can see the supply current is very low. 9 microamps is very less, right? But microamps is considerably high when you go to battery applications, but when you are having a supply from some other AC input or something, 9 microamps is not a bigger current. So if you see this particular TCM810 IC, you can see here this is the IC, and then this output is fed to the microcontroller reset, and both these are powered by VDD. But even though PIC microcontroller here as it is shown, even though it is powered by VDD, if the reset is held low, then this microcontroller doesn't operate, right? So such a simple circuit, not too much of bill of materials also involved in designing the circuit. And here itself we are talking about TCM 809 and 810. So even if you see, there will be number of options that are available. You can see here the thresholds, the reset threshold. So depending on the part number, the reset threshold varies. So and then if you go down, this is the pin description. So you can see here the difference between 809 and 810 is reset in one of the option, 809 option is active low. That means when the voltage is below a threshold, the reset is pulled low, otherwise it will be pulled high. Whereas TCM 810, the reset is active high. That means by default it is low. Whenever the voltage goes below a given threshold, the output goes high. So that is how this operation is. Now let us go to MPLAB MINDI. So if you go here and in the MPLAB MINDI there are a number of options available. If you go to from microchip library, in place option from microchip library and power management, you have system supervisors, you have different options in 809 and 810. So we consider TCM 810Z, which has a threshold voltage of around 2.4. What this circuit generally does is, whenever the output voltage is beyond 2.5 or 2.45 or something, the output shall be low, because this is a active high supervisor circuit. Whenever the voltage goes below 2.5, like example 2.4 or 2.3, the reset goes to high. So that means the active high condition is satisfied, right? So let us try to simulate this. Okay, we have already chosen the analysis to be transient with 50 milliseconds time, and then we are trying to run the circuit. Okay, when you run, you can see that the as the input is below 2.5, the output is 2.3. Now let us assume we make this 2.5. okay, and then again try to run the circuit. You can go here, you can see here the output has gone low because the required voltage has been seen by this supervisor circuit. Now again we'll just try to keep it 2 volts and then try to run the simulation. So you can see here the output is high. That means the reset has been reported because it is active high. So that is how this supervisor circuit works. A very simple circuit, useful circuit to use that can be used in embedded hardware circuits. Hope we tried to help you with our description of this circuit. Many of us might be already using it. This can be used as a just refresh for all of us if you have used it, and for beginners, hope this helps you. So please let us know if you have any comments on this particular circuit. Please post your comments on below, and please like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.